to, now we are just going to do the conditional statements. Fine. So for the conditional statements, I'll just brief out. If, what we are just going to study is if else, nested if, or nested if else, and. Switch. Okay. So these are the four things that we are just going to study under conditional statements. So the first one is if, right? So for the if statement, what we are just going to do is, the syntax is like this: if condition, if the condition is satisfied, then you will print the statement. Then you will print the statement. Okay. So this is for if statement. Then we'll just go ahead for if else. That is, if the condition is satisfied, you will print one statement. The statement gets printed here. Okay. Statement. Else, what happens here? Else, here, I would have taken a table. Okay. Else you can just go ahead with the another statement. So let me have a table here for this, so that will be better. Fine. So let me delete this. So yes, so for if it is condition, if the condition is being satisfied, then some statement will be printed here. Fine. For if else, the same if, but along with the same if you can copy, and but here one more thing that comes into the picture is else as well. Else, another statement will come into the picture. Fine. So for writing example, you can give C out, and while writing syntax, you can give it as statements. Okay. So this is the syntax. Fine. And statements. Okay, you can give it as statements for writing the syntax. Okay. For generally, you can give it as like this. Suppose I just write the example here itself. Suppose n mod 2 equal to 0. That is, the number is divisible entirely by 2. Then you will just print it as, even. You will print it as even. And you will add two double quotes here, and then you will print it as even inside the double quotes. Whereas in the same way, if I just give else, means if that is not the case, the number is odd. See out, odd. Okay. So this is how you will be printing even or odd number. Okay. So this is the double quotes that you can give, and some grammatical kind of things you can add it. So now the nested if else. So I'll just directly take you to the example for the nested if else, so that will be better for you to understand. So now even or odd we have seen. For the same even and even or odd, we can just go ahead with the nested if else statement as well. Fine. So main function, so int n, take the input from the user. So I'll suppose if I just input 4. Okay, then what happens here? So 4 mod 2 equal to 0. The number mod is entirely divisible by 2, and you will get the remainder as 0. So the number is even. So you will print even, and along with that, since it is nested if else, you will have one more if else statement inside if. Fine. So then you will check whether the number is completely divisible by 4 as well. Since I have entered the number itself as 4, 4 mod 4 obviously will be equal to 0. So I'll print it as and divisible by 4. So you will get the answer as the number is even and it is also divisible by 4. Else the number is even and it is not divisible by 4. Suppose if I enter 6. 6 is okay, fine. It will just say that it is divisible by 2 completely. It is even number, but it is not divisible by 4. It will go to the else and it will execute. So you will have inside if statement, you will have one more if else, and inside else also, you will have one more if else. Else you will print the number is odd, and you will print one more if else, that is if n mod 3 equal to 0, it is divisible by 3, else it is not divisible by 3. Okay, while you are studying, first study this like if else inside it. Fine, then go ahead with the main if else, then you will be able to for number odd and even itself, because you will feel that as easy. For normal if else, what we were doing whether the number is odd, if n mod 2 equal to 0, if it is even, else it is odd. The same thing I am writing here, but only thing is that after f I'll print even, later on I'll add one more if else. I'll check whether it is divisible by 4 also. If it is divisible by 4, there is nothing much I am doing here. I am just telling that it is divisible by 4, else I am just telling that it is not divisible by 4. And here I am telling it as it is divisible by 3, else I am telling that it is not divisible by 3. Here we have added printf and scanf, right? So instead of printf and scanf, I can just give it as cout and cin. So you can just take it as cin, so you can give the number as n. Okay, you can give cout as, enter the number. Okay, enter the number, only cout and cin can be changed, that's it, rest all will be the same. If, and instead of printf I'll give it as cout, and instead of stdio.h I have to give it as iostream. So that's it, the changes. Cout, fine, and here also you can give it as cout instead of printf for C++, and here also you can specify it as cout. Okay, fine, done. So here also I can specify this as cout, fine, that's it, fine. So done. So this is how the syntax carries out. If condition 1 is satisfied, go to condition 2. If condition 2 is also satisfied, you can print the particular thing, else you can print do something else. Okay, and if the condition does not hold good, if condition does not hold good, here go to else, then check for this particular if condition. If this satisfied, do something else, do something else. So this is the syntax for your nested if else. This is syntax for your nested if else. Okay, that is the same thing that we have done there. And this is the syntax for your switch expression, case x, case y, break, and this is the default value. Fine. So this is a general switch I am adding. You can add the main function and you can add day also, that is you can just give int day equal to 4 I have given. So you can just give the day as input by using cout and cin statements, or else you can just give it directly like this. Switch is used whenever we have multiple conditions to be checked, like it might be a calculator, or it might be printing the grade of a student, or it might be printing first class, second class, or distinction of a particular student. So where we have multiple values to be checked, and but we have to print only one value, then I'll go ahead with the switch statement. And whenever the switch statement is used, the particular block will be checked based upon the input, and then you will come out of that particular block by using a particular break statement. Suppose if I just give the day as 4 here, so I am just using the switch on day 4, switch on the particular day value. Fine. So this day value is nothing but, here see, case 1, 2, it might be operator or it might be numbers, case 3, case 4, case 5. So these are the values that are worked out. Fine. So I am just working on the day, so it will take the day and it will get me the output. So if it is case 1 Monday, case 2 Tuesday, it goes on like that. And if that particular case is being printed, it will break, that is it will come out of that particular case completely. Here I am giving it as day 4, right? So day equal to 4. So what exactly I am doing? I am just giving it as day equal to 4. So it will go to day 4 here, and it will print Thursday. It will print Thursday and it will come out of the particular case. It will print Thursday and it will come out of the particular case. So this is how the conditional statements work. So we have learned 4 conditional statements, which are they: if else, nested if else, and the switch. If and if else, you can write same odd or even example, and for the nested if else also you can write odd or even example, and under even you can just check whether the number is divisible by 4 as well. And for odd, you can just check whether the number is divisible by 3 as well. And for the switch case, you can either write calculator program, or you can write the number of days program like this. That is based upon the day, it will just based upon the value, it will print which day it is. So that can be taken as an example for switch. So for each of the conditional statements, you have to write one line definition along with the syntax and the example for each of the statements if you are given with. So this is how you will be able to write the conditional statements in a proper way. Thank you.